Hi, my name is Emeka, and I'm an SAP consultant here in Germany. We've been talking about how to make yourself employable here in Europe, and of course, there are lots of challenges. What I'm here to discuss today is what we can do to make ourselves ready to be employed, and of course, when we are employed, we want to also keep that job. And one of the most necessary things we need to have is called soft skills or emotional intelligence. What is it? Well, according to the dictionary, it says, for example, that soft skills are personal attributes and interpersonal skills that enhance how individuals interact with others and work effectively in various situations, often referred to as people skills or emotional intelligence. So for you and I, soft skills are essential for job placement because they reflect how well you interact with others and handle work situations. Here are some of the most valued soft skills employers look for. The first one is communication skills. What does it mean? When it means being able to express ideas clearly, both verbally and in writing, listen actively, and adapt your communication style to different audiences. Now you begin to see why the local language is very, very important if you really want to make an impact in our work environment. So you can be able to communicate clearly, verbally, and also in writing. When in writing, you can use AI to help you enhance that ability. But it's very important that your superiors and your co-workers are able to understand precisely what you mean. The second one is teamwork and collaboration. What are they? Well, it means working well with others, being cooperative, and contributing to group efforts. And this can be challenging because sometimes you might think, well, a member of the team is not really delivering what is needed. And in this aspect, you need to really focus on how to accommodate his or her inadequacies in order for the team to move forward. It's a little bit of sacrifice, and this is quite essential if we want to succeed in holding down our job. The third quality we need in soft skills is called problem solving. Now, what is problem solving? It means thinking critically, analyzing issues, and coming up with practical solutions. Of course, this has to do with what you have really acquired from your job and what you have learned as well from others through probably experience or through education or certifications. Now, you need to bring that in working as a team. The fourth one is adaptability and flexibility. What is it? It means adjusting to new challenges, changes in the workplace, and learning quickly in dynamic environments. This helped me particularly. I worked for a French firm based here in Germany. I was able to learn and adapt quickly. My German wasn't good at that particular time, and I really appreciate the help of Google Translator. It wasn't perfect, but it really helped me to immediately understand what is being said. Then now, with critical thinking, knowing what to do in order for the whole processes to work efficiently. Because Germany, one need to be efficient. And more especially in such dynamic environments, in a project management situation, you need to be able to think on your feet and adapt quickly to move on so that your employers can be appreciative of your inputs. Time management is the fifth one. Prioritizing tasks, meeting deadlines, and being organized to maximize productivity. Here in Germany, this is essential. You need to save time. You need to be able to manage your time very well so that whenever other members of the team come into your space, they know when to come in and when to leave. So this is something we need to get better on. There are so many videos on YouTube or on other places that can help you to enhance your time management skills. The sixth one is emotional intelligence, which is also what we're discussing now. It means understanding and managing your own emotions as well as empathizing with others to build strong working relationship. Well, it doesn't mean that your co-workmates will automatically be your friends, but you need to be able to allow them to come in so that they can grow in trust and confidence to working with you, and they will learn from you as well. And do not become easily provoked when something does not work the way, more especially, you want it to work. Leadership and initiative. This is very interesting because one can be a good leader, and one can, of course, have some issues taking on this particular role. Well, it means taking charge when necessary, being proactive, motivating others, even if you are not in a formal leadership position. I really worked on this, more especially motivating others, because power without control can have a negative impact on your team. And all of us in a team have different levels of power, and we want to leverage that power to motivate others, not to criticize or push someone down. Because remember, you want to work in a team, you want your team to be successful, you want the company to appreciate your input, you want to earn your monthly salary. Number 8 is work ethic. What it means is you need to be reliable, you need to be punctual, you need to be responsible, you need to show dedication to your role and company goals. So what it means as well, if you go to work, all your main focus and attention is achieving success at work. This is achievable, it is possible. You need to develop work ethic. We are not born with work ethic. We need to learn how to work in different environments. Here in Germany, work ethics is highly respected, and they really appreciate one who prioritizes his work ethic. Creativity and innovation. Not everyone is very creative. Actually, what it means is thinking outside the box and bringing new ideas to the table. In some working environment, it is very strict how they allow one's creative inputs. Some companies doesn't even want your creative inputs. There is a work process, and you just have to follow that process. There is no thinking outside the box. This is my experience here in Germany. In some other companies, they allow you to be a little bit more creative. And of course, it also has to do with the position that you find yourself. Some positions might allow you to be creative, and others won't allow you to be creative. Another thing that I find interesting is conflict resolution, handling disagreements professionally and finding ways to resolve them constructively. You are two human beings with different characteristics working together, or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. We grew up in different environments, and these environments have shaped how we think, our thought processes, how we deliver information. And sometimes that might be acceptable to others and become a challenge to others. So what we want to do is, when there is a conflict, which will definitely arise, we definitely have to find a way to resolve it. Sometimes it might be just keeping silent. Other time it might be having a discussion, heart-to-heart discussion. And sad to say, some other times we need to make reports to the head of department in order to resolve some conflicts. But the whole picture is that you want to have peace and harmony when working with your different workmates. So if you're preparing for a job in placement, it helps to both develop these skills, learn how to showcase them in your resume, cover letter, and interviews. Want help with that part too? Just write me. I might give you some tips I've learned throughout the years. And of course, as I said, my name is Emeka. Subscribe to the channel, please. Click the like button. It doesn't take anything, and share it as much as possible. I wish we all can be able to have a job that will help us to provide for ourselves and at the same time for our family. Thank you very much.